I have a new wig for you today. It's by a different company than what I've used before. In fact, this is my first real big girl wig. I have tried cheapos before, just playing around with them for costume, and I've tried hair toppers, which I think are great. And this is my first full wig, and I think hair toppers and wigs both definitely have their place. They both have benefits and differences that you will need to take a look at to see what works best for you, but I was really excited to try a full wig. So this is from the company Wigshe. It came in a really pretty pink box with ribbon, and it came in this nice silk bag that you can store it in. So this is Wigshe's blonde ombre thick 100% real Remy hair, just like the toppers I've shown you, and it has a lace front. It's a beautiful wig. I ended up getting one that was way shorter than I intended, but that's okay. It's more like a chin length bob. So I got a 12-inch because that's the length of toppers that I always had from other companies. So the hairs on this wig truly are 12 inches, measuring from the root to the tip. It even gave me a little bit extra too, which is good, but the 12-inch is very short. I'll show you that in a minute. I got an average cap size, and when I saw it, it looked very small, but it fits perfect. It has stretch to it, and I found it to be comfortable and really secure. Also has this extra, I didn't even use it, but it has this extra strap in case you wanted to secure that at the bottom, like under your hair, like in a bun. So I didn't feel like I needed that at all. It was comfortable, it was stretchy, so it wasn't tight. It still has the clips that you can clip it into your hair if you want to, not as many as the topper because it stays on really well on its own. And I don't even use these. It's like right here. And even though I do have hair, I feel like it's probably going to be a little bit more comfortable. Even though the clips aren't uncomfortable, I just feel like it's going to be even more comfortable to just wear it without the clips. It fits very firmly and secure even without them. So if you don't have any hair, or if you feel like it pulls on your hair at all, you don't have to use those with this. I chose 120% density, which is more of a natural look. They have 150%, which would look like very thick hair. But since I'm a person who's always had fine hair anyway, I felt like this would look more natural on me. And I'm glad I chose that because it's still, if you have fine or thinning hair, it's still way more hair than you're used to. And it's a full wig. And so unlike the topper, you have a full dose of the hair. It's still thick and definitely enough hair and beautiful. It has a free part. And so it is parted in the middle, and that's where it's kind of been plucked by them, by the manufacturer, to look more natural. So it's not the old type of wigs, there was like no part, it was just too dense. And so they've already kind of plucked it in the middle. It having this lace in the wide area enables you to be able to part it wherever you want to. The other thing I wanted to mention before I put it on is this is called their blonde ombre wig. It does have darker roots, which I love. It is a beautiful color. The color shown on the site was warmer and darker with more low lights and very warm highlights. And this one is kind of a natural blonde color. And then it has kind of almost platinum highlights. They're kind of icy. I would say that the wig that I have, the blonde ombre wig, is more for cooler tones, which works for me because I'm a neutral. I can wear gold or silver. I can wear warm or cool tones. And so that still works. But if you are a person who is strictly warm toned and you are looking for a very warm wig, you may want to take a look at one of the others, or if you need color help, you can also communicate with them. They can help you out with the color. It is a beautiful color, but I just wanted to be clear because I felt like that was a little bit different, but still beautiful and still works for me. So I will go ahead and put this on. Just put my hair in a little bun. They sent this wig grip headband for blondes, which is phenomenal. I don't think they send that with all orders, but it is super helpful to have. Keeps your hair back. It gives you extra grip for the wig to hold on to your hair. It keeps your bangs and baby hairs back if you want them, or you can blend those in. And then the transparent part you want to keep where you're going to have your part. Now, this is already parted in the middle, and that's where I like to part my hair right now, so I'm going to leave that. And I'm going to start with it at the bottom and then just pull it over. I still have the lace on it. I haven't taken that off. You can adjust it. If you have a really high forehead, you can bring that down a little bit more, or you can bring it up to your natural hairline. So this is how it came, although a couple of these curls right in front, I did go ahead and put in when I first got them, just to kind of see and make sure that I was going to keep the 12-inch and not send it back. I had a bob for years. A bob is classic. I love a bob. And so this is super cute and I like it, but I will have to do a little more styling. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually cut the lace. I have never done this before, but I've went down a rabbit hole and kind of learned what I'm supposed to do. And actually, I am going to put this on a wig stand because I think it'll be easier for me to see, and that way I don't accidentally cut any of my own baby hairs or any from the wig. So I am going to clip the hair up. And then what I'm going to do is take some really sharp scissors and I'm going to cut close to the hairline, follow the hairline. You don't want it straight across, kind of go with the hairline. And I'm going to leave about 1/4 inch of lace down below the hairline. That's approximately as long as the white part of my fingernails, just a little. It's best to leave a little extra because you can always take more off, but you can't add it back on. And make sure you have all of the hairs pulled out from under that. This wig has bleached knots, the way they knot it into the lace. It's lightly bleached because, of course, the more bleach you use on hair, the more fragile it can make it. And I'll be honest, I was always kind of afraid of a lace front wig because I was afraid that it would show up too much. But once you get the hair out from under there and your baby hairs, it actually looks really good. So to keep the little baby hairs out of my face a little bit, I'm just gonna take some mousse and kind of smooth those back. Smooth down the top. This is real hair, so the mousse isn't going to hurt it. And then if you need even more, you can use a wax stick, like my daughters do in All-Star Cheer, to keep their hair back. Doesn't have a lot of layering, and then the fringe around the side, the bangs are a little bit shorter, but not much. So before I do any styling, I'm gonna put some heat protectant on it, because just like you would protect your own hair, this is real hair as well, and you want your wigs to last as long as possible. So you definitely want to protect them before you add any heat. Another thing to mention, when they measure the wig, they take it from root to tip and they pull the hair straight. So if you get a curly wig or topper from Wigshe, make sure to account for that. So I feel like it's always better to get it a little longer, and then you can always take it to your hairdresser to style exactly like you want. I don't have a hot comb, and so I'm going to just take this curling iron and kind of smooth down the top, because it's a lot of extra hair. And even though you want some volume, you're already going to be getting volume because it's so much more hair than you're probably used to. And so I want it to look more natural. So I'm just smoothing that down a smidge so it's not too bulky. Now, just like you would with your natural hair, I put that on the lowest heat setting possible. For that one was 300. For this one, it is 280. And as long as it does the job, you want the lowest heat possible. You need to make sure, before you even think about using heat protectant, to make sure whatever wig you get, that the hair is heat safe. It's real hair, but there are synthetic wigs out there that are not heat safe. So depending on what wig you choose, you're going to want to make sure. Don't want it too tight, so I'll just pull it out. Now, I am so impressed without how invisible the lace is on this. It is a little hot to style it on your head, I feel like, just like I get hot sometimes when I'm using a curling iron on my own hair. And I could put it on the styling head to do it there, but the thing I like about doing it on my own head is I find that sometimes I tend to over curl it and curl it too much if I can't see how it's on me. However, for us to both be able to see me styling the back, I am going to put it on the stand for this. And I don't want too much curl. I don't want a ton of bulk. But I just want to break it up a little and have it be cute and how I would wear it. If you are going to curl the hair, if you pin it up so that you can get to some of these lower layers. Okay, so here's the pretty back. So much easier to style your hair on a stand every day. And then let's go ahead, I'll take my brightening highlight, which is my skin color, and add it to my part just a little bit. I don't want it huge, but I feel like it'll look even more natural if I lighten that up. Even taking it back here a little bit as your natural part would look. And I think the lace looks fabulous. I don't think that anyone would notice it whatsoever, but I'm going to go ahead and go into my main highlight color, which is like my foundation color. Put it on it a little bit. No one is going to be coming up and studying my hairline. And I think the knots look fabulous. It's how they tie the hair into the lace. Go ahead and put my shade darker thin. Oh my gosh, this is working fabulous. Okay, so I'm taking a shade darker than my foundation color, and I'm taking a small little brush, and even though I felt like the knots looked fabulous, a couple of them I could see under these lights and up close, and they're completely disappearing with this. With alternate hair, sometimes you get these pieces that don't want to lay. And I used the mousse and wax stick earlier, but if there are some right there in the middle that just don't want to lay, don't be afraid to pluck a few out if you need to, or use the wax stick. So I am loving this wig, and I love the color. The length is cute, but it's not something that I've been wearing lately, so that's taking me a little bit of time to get used to. But I think it is super cute. This is cooler in tone, medium blonde, dark roots with kind of platinum highlights. Super pretty. I'm super impressed with the quality, with the comfort, with the fit. This isn't going anywhere. I don't feel like I need to do anything extra with the clips. I think it moves and feels natural and beautiful. I'm just not used to having this much hair. She styles beautifully. I think it's high quality. It's my first wig ever, other than costume wigs, cheap wigs, but I'm really impressed. If I saw a woman on the street with this at the store, I would think she has really cute, thick, nice, good hair, something that I don't naturally have, and very rarely have a hair day that is this good. They are made to order, so it'll take 5 to 7 weeks to receive your alternative hairpiece. Use the Terry10 discount to get 10% discount on whatever you pick. It's free shipping to most companies. There was no smell, no chemical smell or anything when I took it out of the box. Wigshe Blonde Ombre Wig 035. She's a beauty and you won't be disappointed.